Do. I'm loving it. Hi, everybody. How everybody's doing? It is Saturday. I'm about to say Saturday. It's Wednesday. Y'all hear me? Y'all, it's Wednesday. And it's been a long week. Been a very, very long week. Long week. Perfect. That is perfect. Y'all, it is been a long week. Fuck is wrong with my damn shoes and shit, man? Content creator page and shit. My toddler's crying for no everlasting reason right now. Hey, she just need to go to sleep. and whatnot. I don't know how this is working. Oh, it's okay. So that is live. So October has multiple different awareness in the month. A lot of people know about DV. It's purple. Um, ugh. So slide 1. I don't know how many slides is in this daggone PowerPoint that I created. But we're gonna get this done. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So all the statistics and facts in here. Put my back. Oh, fuck my glasses. Glasses. I can't see to save my everlasting mind. Y'all know what to do. Like and subscribe to All Things Kink. Understand the assignment, y'all? Can't see. Better. All right, let's blow this bitch up. Now I can see. So, let's do this. So, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's purple. It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You have infant and pregnancy loss. You have ADHD and a few other awareness within this month. So I decided to. It's not the end of the month, but you know how the end of the month gets. I want to end DV Awareness Month off with giving you guys some facts and some statistics. Educate you guys, educate the women and men out there who might be in an unsafe environment and don't know how to get the proper help or they're scared. This is a safe space. Let's see. So you'll see charts, statistics, and facts. There also will be a source link or domestic violence hotline. So if you look at the screen, it says, report highlights in the United States, nearly every 1 in 2 women and more than 2 in 5 men reported experiencing intimate partner violence at some point in their lifetime. Now, here's the crazy fact. I did do a training on intimate partner violence. So I do have a little bit of background, a little bit, education on this stuff. A lot of men don't report being DV victims because of how society has told them that men don't cry, men toughen up. But men do get abused. Every man in 32 people experience intimate partner violence in the United States. 1 in 4 men in the United States have endured severe physical violence from an intimate partner. Over 47% of women have counted sexual violence, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner during their lifetime. Now, there's multiple versions of DV. You have physical, financial, mental, emotional, sexual abuse. If I listed all of them, hold on, give me a second. Let me make sure I listed all of them because I know it's financial, physical, emotional, mental, and sexual abuse. Let's make sure that I said all of them. So there's physical violence, sexual, psychological, spiritual, culture, verbal, financial. It says there's 7 types. Let's see. So there's physical, sexual, emotional, psychological, spiritual, culture, verbal, financial, and neglect. These are 9 types of violence and abuse. Now, for physical, we all know what physical is. We know what sexual is. We know what emotional is. We know what psychological is. Mom would just say mental. Spiritual, like religion, manipulate, dominate, control the person. Culture, there's a lot of cultures that deem women less than a man. What verbal and financial, and we're gonna know and neglect this. So, this slide says how many women experience domestic violence. Domestic violence continues to profoundly affect the lives of countless women across the United States. Remaining a persistent and critical issue. According to a series of reports from the 2016/2017 data years of the National Intimate Partner Violence Survey, nearly one in 2 women in the United States will face physical violence from intimate partner at some point in their lives. Almost 1 in 5 women in the United States report any contact, sexual violence by intimate partner in their lifetime. Just because you're dating a man or you're married to somebody, it is never okay for them to rape you if you deny sex. And this is a chart basically of so this tells you that 50% of nearly every 1 in 2 women in the United States. Ask her what her issue is. What's your issue, Toby? Tell her, stand right there by the door, ask her. Alright, so get some cereal. It gives you a breakdown of the percentage. How common is domestic violence? Domestic violence is alarmingly common in the United States, affecting millions of individuals each year. More than 16 million people in the U.S. suffer from intimate partner abuse per year. Every minute, 32 people experience intimate partner violence in the United States. DV is a more higher alarming rate now, in my opinion, because I see a lot more cases online about women who leave their abusers and try to find a safe place for them, and they wind up getting killed, or everybody involved gets killed that's trying to help. In my opinion, I feel like that DV could be taken a lot more serious, and I'll go into that a little later after we go through the slides. Why do I feel like that? Tequila. So, 1 in every 2 women and more than 2 in 5 men report experiencing violence. Like I said, men don't come out and say they're abused through the whole stereotypes and bullshit that these men have been taught in life. Nobody should put their hands on anybody, man nor woman. That's my opinion. People feel like if a woman hit a man should knock out. No, like let's not knock people out because they hit you. Let's be bigger than that. Nobody should be putting hands on nobody. What percentage of domestic violence victims are female? Data leaves no doubt. Domestic violence predominantly impacts women, according to reports published by the Bureau of Justice Statistics. In 2009, 85% of domestic violence victims are women. That's damn near 100%, which is crazy. How many women die from domestic violence? Around 75% of fatal victims of domestic violence are women. In 2007, 24% of female homicide victims were killed by a spouse or an ex-spouse. By 2019, nearly 4 women were murdered daily by intimate partners. That's a lot. Domestic violence rates over time. Domestic violence statistics over the years paint a grim picture, revealing the precedence and escalation nature of the issue. In 2000, a U.S. Department of Justice report indicated that 1.3% of women and 0.9% of men experienced domestic violence in the past year. By 2019, nearly 4 women were murdered daily by intimate partners, reflecting an increase since 2014 after decades of decline. I feel like why why women die at a higher alarming rate because DV is not taken serious. The cops take forever to respond. Response time is fucking ridiculous. 1.3% more women, 0.9% of men. These are domestic violence statistics from the CDC itself. This and the previous slides. This shows you the statistics by chart wise. I like charts and graphs. So general domestic violence, an average of 24 people per man are victims of rape, physical violence, or stalking. 12 million men or women over the course of a single year. Sexual violence, nearly 1 in 5 women, which is 18.3%, and 1 in 71 men, 1.4%, have been raped in their lifetime. Stalking statistics, 1 in 6 women, that's 16.2%. 1 in 9 men, that's a 5.2% in the U.S., have been a victim of stalking at some point during their lifetime. Fearful, believe that someone close to them will be harmed or killed. People are very unhinged. Child statistics, children witness violence in a nearly 1 in 4, that's 22%, incident partner violence cases found in the States. Teen and young adult statistics, 9.4% of high school students reported being hit, slapped, or physically hurt intentionally by their partner in the previous 12 months. Courts. Mental health, survivors are 3 times are as likely to meet the critical of for PTSD. Workplace statistics. Current former intimate partners accounted for nearly 33% of women killed in U.S. workplace between 2003 and 2008. I think firearms. Women in the U.S. are 11 times more likely to be killed with guns than women in other high-income countries. It's the U.S. You see how that in this country y'all just ain't shit? Just ain't. They ain't shit. Domestic violence by race in the U.S. In the United States, Black people are more likely to experience domestic violence, followed by Hispanic people, American Indian, Alaska Native people, and non-Hispanic white people. Why they had to say it like that, don't give me the mind. So, according to this, blacks are 2% higher rate of domestic violence than Hispanics, Indians, and non-Hispanics. Black women are disproportionately affected by domestic violence with a higher rate of intimate partner violence than white women. Lifetime IPV 43.7 for non-Hispanic black women compared to 34.6% for non-Hispanic white women. It's crazy, right? Intimate partner related domestic violence 302.0 for black female residents compared to 136.3 for white female residents. Black women are most likely to be victims of domestic violence related homicides in New York City from 2017 to 2019. Black people count for 45% of domestic violence related homicide victims. But this goes back to everything else that we say. People say, oh, race ain't based on shit. Race is based on all that shit in this fucking country. Okay? The factors that may contribute to the disappropriate impact of domestic violence on black women include the strong black woman stereotype. This stereotype can make black women fear being disbelieved or perceived as vulnerable. They never lie. Fear reporting abuse. Women of color may be more afraid of reporting abuse than they are of the violence itself. Shared history of this and fashionments and police brutality. This history can override the violence women experience at the hands of their abusive partners. Why? Because cops can't be trusted. Here lists five types of domestic violence. You have physical, that's attempting to inflict physical injury. There's some examples: sexual, coercing or attempting to coerce any sexual contact without consent. These are some of the examples. Marital rape is a thing for people that don't know. Then you have psychological, which is like mental, attempting to install fear. Emotional and economic, which is basically financial. Making or attempting to make the victim financially dependent. Undermining, for emotions, undermining, attempting to undermine the victim's sense of worth. These are some sources. These are the domestic violence hotline. It gives you a sense of, it gives you a sense of, I guess, hope that someone out there is listening, someone out there might help. And I was saying, for me, why I feel like that the cops take forever to respond to DV, especially minority women. It goes back to just like healthcare, how black women die at a higher rate than our white counterparts because we're not believable, or they put us into this category that we have to be strong, or oh, she's just another angry black woman. No, we're not all angry all the time. Okay. But speaking from my own personal experience with DV, I would say it's mental, it's been emotional, somewhat financial. It used to be psychological, not as much mental, but it's like you just let stuff roll over off your chest and your shoulders and stuff like that. A person will show you who they are. You have to believe them at all times. I got married at 21. I am 31 now, and my kid's father is 56. Yes, that is old. Nobody say nothing. But when we first started dating, he wouldn't drink. I don't know when the consistent drinking really started. I think it more started when we moved back to New York. His personality would switch when he would drink. I'm a non-confrontational person. I don't like conflict. I don't like addressing stuff because that's just not my personality. I'm more of a try to ignore it until I can't ignore it type of person. Um, but it would just be like if we get to arguments, it would be the name calling and the oh I'm gonna leave and I'm like, I don't care. Go think of the like or I'm gonna change my job so that way I can work and you can't. Like it was just a lot of dumb sugar honey iced tea. And I say maybe 2 or 3 times it's gotten physical. And that's the person I fight back. I don't care if you hit me, I'm gonna fight back. But love not supposed to hurt. I don't care what nobody say, male, female, cat, dog. Love is never supposed to hurt. If a person tell you they love you, they're supposed to love you. They're not supposed to hurt you. And that be the thing that a lot of women who go through DV, the abusers will come back and apologize and do the gifts and the I'm sorry's and it will never happen again type of situation. And that'd be their favorite thing. People that never been through DV, they'll always think it's just so easy just to pick up and leave. It's a damn if you do, damn if you don't type of situation. I've seen cases where women have left and still wind up getting murdered by their abusers. So it's like until there is better help, better safety net for DV victims, and until it's taking at a more alarming rate than it is, order protections 9 times out of 10 does not work. It don't always protect you. Having a person locked up doesn't always protect you because who knows how long they're gonna be in jail. You never know a person and what they're capable of until hopefully you never find out. Some people has to have a breaking point to where they're knowing and wanting to leave. But you have to with domestic violence, you have to have a safety plan in place. That way there's always, help or resources and stuff like that. I wouldn't never tell nobody to just put their life in danger because you never know how severely someone else's domestic violence situation is. Someone else might be getting beat 20 times a day, starved, X, Y, and Z, compared to someone who might just be emotionally getting abused. Any form of domestic violence, any form of abuse, it's important to violence. It's never okay. And that's coming from someone who has to learn and teach their daughters and their sons that Nobody should not put their hands on you. Love doesn't hurt. Um, you would never think that you'll be in the situation, but I think because when I got married, I was young, still kind of, you know, early 20s. I just turned 21. I just became an actual legal adult where I can go buy alcohol and other stuff that adults buy. Um, so I think I was easily controlled at the time. And I think now with everything that just like, little things, breaking point for me was a year ago. You just can't, you kind of just you got to think of yourself, right? And it's like, you don't want to believe a person that you love is capable of doing the things that they're doing. But some people are really just straight buttholes. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here. But with me, it was very, very surprising. Because it's like, wow. Like, I was like in kind of like shock. Like, this wasn't the person that I married. Like, the person then turned into someone else. It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing when he would drink. So, like, his personality would switch the whole 360. So, it's like he wasn't the same person. And when you've been around somebody for so long, you can kind of tell when they're intoxicated, even though they tell you they're not intoxicated, you can tell. But it was like very hard to understand because I'm like, my mom talked about her DV incident with her second child's father, and her breaking point was throwing hot oil on him. I remember it was crazy. So you never think that you'd be put into that type of situation. And at first I was like in kind of denial, like, he's just drinking. But they always tell you a drunk person tells the truth. And even though a person's been drinking, sometimes the truth comes out their mouth. So it was, I'm stupid. I'm not going to amount to nothing. I'm a hoe. Like, it was just like really low blows. And as a person who always suffered from self-esteem issues, and how hard it is to get yourself to a point where you're confident and you're okay. And I always said, like, my thing is like, write that stuff down and give it to your daughter, not the baby, the 7-year-old that can read. Tell me if it's appropriate for her to hear those things from a man. Like, would you want your daughter's future husband to talk to them the way you talk to me? Like, and sometimes it's like, I don't think he really listening. And the environment becomes unhealthy. The environment becomes toxic. And it don't become a safe environment. It's not no longer a safe environment. It's no longer an environment that is healthy for anybody. I don't like confrontation, so I try not to. When he drinks, you know. But the other night, sitting outside minding my relaxing business, you know, he hit me, and in the moment I was kind of stuck, because I was high. So it was like a slow motion, like kind of reaction, like because I had turned my head to face the other way because he was so close, but it was like, why? Like, why type of situation? Like, you wanted to know why, and my reaction was to call the police, and police took 2 hours to come. And I feel like in those 2 hours, I could have been chopped up into bitty pieces and put in the fucking suitcase and drove across state lines. The response time is ridiculous. It's slow. It's not no urgency. I don't care if I wasn't hurt. Like, that man could have did anything within those 2 hours, and you guys will never have found my body. Like, that's like their time response is horrible when it comes down to these situations. The order protections are taken as a joke. And I feel like, how many more women have to die? How many more men have to get hurt before DV is taking serious and actually getting the response time that it needs? It shouldn't take you damn near 2 hours to get to a person's house, because your job is to protect and serve your community. And you guys do a horrible ass fucking job. Okay? So that's that. Let's see. Do I want to talk about something else? I still got a little bit of time. Oh, I do have, like I said on my last live before it got taken down because YouTube feels like it's nudity. I do have another live scheduled for next month for COPD awareness. That one is a tribute to my mother. I don't have a picture of her in front of me. Let's see if I can pull one up on my phone. Of my beautiful mummy. I'm the type of person you can't scroll right or left in my phone because I don't know what's in my phone most of the time. So I don't want to emotionally scar people. Yeah, I don't want to scar people for life. So just never go through my phone. I have mad pictures. I got like almost 3,000 pictures in here. Of what? I don't even know. So I don't know if you guys can see it because it's like a really bad image. But this is my mommy. Let's see if I can lower the brightness a little bit on this damn phone. So this is my mom. I don't know if it's this. I don't know if it's my thing or the camera, but let's see. I don't even know how to work my phone, guys. But that's my mommy. So the live is a tribute to her. She died 3 years ago from COPD. So that's on November 8th, because the rest of the month I'll be busy, so I'm doing it at the beginning of the month. And then this is my brother. I don't know if you can see this one, but my brother Jamel. He died from asthma 6 years ago. My two favorite people in the world. But yeah, that live is a tribute to her beautiful self and her fight with COPD. Oh, my phone is dying. And whatnot. Yeah, so I have that. I'll be doing my short story live over probably Friday. Probably. Yeah, probably most likely Friday I'll be doing it over. And that will happen. But definitely, let's see. If anybody that you know or yourself are in an unsafe environment, it's a partner of domestic violence situation, these are the hotlines that will help. Help is available 24/7. The first one you can either call or text. The second one is Safe Horizon. Just be safe. I know sometimes love can be an emotional roller coaster, but like I said, love doesn't hurt. And if he hits you once, he will hit you again. That's just a sad fact of life. Women don't need to hit men. Men don't hit women. The hitting streak goes both ways. Men is okay to say I've been abused, because trust me, there are probably other men out there that's going through it, and they just don't know how to say it. Yeah. So seek the help before it's too late. Not only for you, for people around you. Peace, love, and harmony.